Hi guys, how you doing? So, gonna film another select tarantula from my collection. So, I'm going to give you an update on my Poecilotheria Metallica, Gooty Sapphire Ornamental. You can see she's right over there. So, we'll give you a little overview of it and do a care sheet video and my opinions about the spider. Okay, so before I show you the specimen, I'll give you a little background history of them. These guys are probably one of the more expensive ornamentals, Poecilotherias. We call them Pokies because of how you pronounce the scientific name Poecilotheria. So the most expensive one in the tarantula hobby is the Poecilotheria smithi, or the yellowback ornamental. So the reason why they're so expensive is that there is a shortage on males, so they tried to attempt breeding males of Poecilotheria fasciata, which is the Sri Lankan ornamental, and so crossbreeding the species really does not really work that very well, so they result in very low egg counts and possibly failed egg sacs. So this is the reason why Poecilotheria smithi is probably one of the most expensive ones. The Metallica right now, the Gooty Sapphire, is back 6 years ago for a sling about, say, about a ½ inch big. It was the new tarantula at the time. They were selling for $1,000 right now. So now 6 years later, in 2009, you can get them at least about that big for $150 to $200. And I've seen some people actually selling them for quite cheaper than that. But that's cool. So I'll show you my specimen. As I explained in one of my videos, she's in pre-molt now, so time is going to tell when she's going to be molting. She's refusing to eat, which is a good sign, and that's a pre-molt. With old worlds, you can't really tell whether in pre-molt because they can't flick hairs, so they rely on their potent venom as a means of defense mechanism, which is why these types of species, like the baboons, the earth tigers from Africa and Asia, and the whistling spiders from Australia should be kept by an expert only because of their aggression and their potent venom. So I'll give you a little update on her and do like an overview. So this is my personal favorite tarantula in my collection. So this is my 36th tarantula that I bought. I bought this off Tarantula Canada for $200. It's a good price here in Canada because David Avery's Exotics, who's based in British Columbia, has another specimen like this, 1.5 inches. It's going for $400. So that's pretty expensive. Okay, so here is Mia. This is my almost 3 inch Poecilotheria Metallica. These are kind of on the smallish, on the pokey side. They generally get to like 6-7 inch leg spans, no less. They're kind of small. The colors on it is very, very beautiful. I don't know if the camera picks up. You can see it has blue legs. It's blue everywhere. And if you draw it in the right kind of light, say like a halogen light, you can be able to see the true colors. But mind you, it's in pre-molt, so the colors really, really don't pick up that much. As you can see, she has a kind of fattish abdomen and built some complex webs. This potentially could be a web bed for her to just lie there and molt. So that's going to be pretty awesome, and I'm hoping I can get a video of it when she actually does. So temperament-wise for general Poecilotherias, so this applies to all the Poecilotherias. They're generally very, very shy creatures. They can show aggression if it's cornered. So let's say if I try to touch her, she would probably go into a threat posture and try to bite me. Their speed, they're not fast at all. They teleport. So I can imagine going from here to here would take a split second to go, and they're insanely fast. So this is why I don't recommend new beginners to own such tarantulas, because sure, they look nice, but you really got to do some research on this appropriate species. So temperament, so humidity, like normal, around 80%. Temperature, you can keep it between 75 to 80. I would go like 80 should be the bare minimum of pokies. So what I do is I use a space heater. I don't provide any heat mats for my spiders. I just heat the room for about a couple of minutes and then shut it off. And then when it gets too cold, I just turn it back on again. And yeah, so what I really like about Poecilotheria species, this applies to most of the ornamentals, but excluding the Peterseni, Formosa, Miranda, Tigrina Weselli, and there's another one. I forgot. Let's see. Let's start again. So the ones, okay, yeah, I was specifically talking about the Peterseni, the Safusca, Miranda, Formosa, and Tigrina Weselli. So that's 5 ornamental ornamentals that do not have the yellow warning legs. So the yellow warning legs, I'll show it to you. Don't know if this will make that clear on camera. So you can see those yellow patches on the legs. So when a tarantula threats at you, especially the pokies, they will shoot up those yellow legs. So that's pretty much a sign that it means stay away. So we'll give it a little nice shot of her. She's very beautiful. There she is. So I'm assuming she's gonna molt right now. I don't know when she'll do it. Probably within the week. So hopefully you can make a good video about that. So if you really like to get a really nice ornamental that has the brightest yellow warning legs, I highly recommend getting this one right here. This is Poecilotheria fasciata. There she is. This is my almost inch and 3/4 Sri Lankan ornamental, as she was hosted in feeding video 5. So anyways, general care sheet of Poecilotheria Metallica applies to all the other pokies, so I pretty much keep them the same environments. Except for Safusca, if you have the highland form, you have to keep it, and the Rufilata, you really should keep it just slightly cooler. So I would say 75 would be a great temperature for those 2 types of pokies. So in other words, anyways, they pretty much have the same temperament. I should mention that the Poecilotheria Metallica is a light-sensitive spider. It does not like any light towards it. It'll just try to run away from it. So what I do is I just keep it on the TV. My light is just that. That's all I have for lighting as tarantulas. I don't put them directly in light because tarantulas really don't like light, and it could stress them out. So once again, this is my Gooty Sapphire Ornamental. I'll say take one last shot of it before I cut the video, and hope you enjoyed it. So there she is, and hopefully she'll be molting soon, and gonna take a great video of her.